Welcome to episode 68 of Chumps to Champions, where today it is the start of my second season in League One. We had heartbreak at the end of the last season. If you missed the last episode 67, I just about missed out on promotion to the Championship, losing on penalties to Chesterfield in the playoff final. Crazy game, really unlucky, but perhaps it's to our benefit because we may have struggled in the Championship. We inevitably would have struggled in the Championship, and it gives us a chance to build the team up, maybe make it a bit stronger and get automatic promotion this season from League One. That's what I'm hoping anyway, but it's a strong division, relegated from the Championship last year. Bolton, Birmingham and Blackburn. Blackpool have been promoted from League Two, so there's lots of Bs in there, and it's a strong division. It's a stronger division this year, I think. A harder division to get out of. And last year we were predicted to finish bottom of League One. We managed to finish 4th. Amazing achievement, really. This season we were predicted to finish 21st, which is still a relegation place, remember. So despite the fact we finished in the playoffs last year, got to the playoff final, only just missed out on promotion, we're still predicted to finish in the bottom 4 because of the club reputation, that the squad isn't strong, I guess, compared to other teams. But I think with my tactic, with my manager ability, we should be fighting for a playoff place this year. I think it will be tougher with the teams in there, but hopefully I've built a strong enough team to challenge at the top of the table anyway. So today I'm going to be playing the first 2 games of the season, which will be against Fleetwood and then Peterborough in the Capital One Cup. But I'll be showing you the transfers and stuff before we get on with the game, so let's get on with it. So as you can see here, the squad is slightly smaller to last year, but I think I've got rid of some of the players that just weren't good enough for my team. So, transfers wise, there's been a lot of goings-ons, and we've let a lot of players go, as you can see here. Now, I was going to give JB a new contract just because of old time's sake, and he's a bit of a veteran of the series, but he didn't want to sign for me. There was no negotiating with him at all. He just didn't want to sign. Same with other players. I had a look to see what they wanted. The likes of Holland, Symington, Muggleton, those players that have been around a long time, and maybe some of you guys wouldn't want to see leave because they are, I guess, a nostalgic element to the series, these players. But none of them actually wanted to re-sign for the team, obviously because they weren't getting enough first team football. So I've let a lot of players go. A lot of youngsters have gone. I've let Tom Youngs go on loan, and Jim Stevenson and LG, those 3 strikers, because I've got so many strikers in the team, you may have noticed there in the squad. So there's no point holding on to them for now. They've all gone out on loan to get first team football. Coming into the team then, let's start with Lewis Allen on a free. All of my players, I've not spent any money this year because I've not been able to. The club have invested it in the youth facilities and that sort of thing this year. And by the way, I am training to do the Continental Coaching A licence now, which is the top one, so that's good. So Lewis Allen coming into the team from Queen's Park, where Chris Doolan came from as well. He's still in the team, by the way. He looks great. He looks a really good striker. The only downside is his composure, probably, which is only 6. I'm training him up on composure to try and improve that. But dribbling, finishing, heading, all very strong. Technique, very strong. Good pace as well. He's a good all-round player. I like the look of him a lot. And in pre-season, he has managed to score 4 goals in 4 starts and 3 sub-appearances. I'll show you the friendlies in a minute as well. George Coop on a free from Leyton Orient looks like a really good signing. He's a slight upgrade on Faulkner, I think, who's injured, by the way, so won't be available for the first couple of games. He did quite well at Leyton Orient, I guess. Nothing spectacular. In fact, he didn't really do that well, if I'm honest. But I think he can be a good player for me. He's got 1 assist in pre-season for me, but I like the look of him. He's a good all-round player, good on the left wing, can play as a striker or attacking midfielder as well, if need be. So I think he's a good addition to the squad. Anthony Bacon, now he's going to make me hungry, I think. 22-year-old striker from Sheffield Wednesday on a free. Came through the Sheffield Wednesday youth team, was on loan at Stevenage a couple of years ago. Scored a few goals. Last year in League One, managed to get 6 goals in 10 appearances, 5 starts and 5 sub-appearances. That's a really good record. I'm surprised he didn't play him more, actually. He did come up against me. He may have even scored against me that last season, in fact. But I think he's going to be a good player. You may be able to see that. He scored 4 goals in pre-season as well, and 2 starts and 5 sub-appearances. So him and Lewis Allen, I think, will be my 2 main men up front, fighting for that strike position. Now, I've signed a keeper on loan from Peterborough. He's technically actually better than Lovelock, according to my assistant. I don't think his goalkeeping attributes are, but mentally and physically is where Tom Lovelock has been let down, which is why he's not a top quality keeper. He's got great goalkeeping attributes, but mentally and physically, Lovelock isn't really with it. Whereas Pym is slightly better mentally and physically, which is why I think he's favoured over Lovelock. But I will be sticking with Lovelock because he's my captain. He's been around for ages. So he's come from Peterborough, who he actually moved to on a free last year. Played plenty of games for them actually in League 2. Was at Exeter before. Who, by the way, in the Championship. They're still in the Championship. They've survived 4 seasons in the Championship. Doing very well. Next up, James Nicklin on loan from Brighton. Right back, he will be challenging Alcock for the right back position. He's a similar player to Alcock, really, similar quality wise, and he's a good. I like the look of him. He's a decent right back. He's got great physicals, decent mentals. He's good in where he needs to be anyway as a right back, as you can see there. Next up, another loan player from Arsenal, Abubakar Bello, left wing back who can play left back. Will probably be backup for Bob Harris. He's a much better left wing back than Bob Harris, but I play full backs and he's not quite as good as Harris. Harris will be one of my main men, I think, this season. He's obviously very experienced, but Bello is a good option to have as backup. Was actually on loan at Chesterfield last year and played against me in the playoff final, so he helped stop me from getting promoted to the Championship. Although, to be fair, he did his best to try and help me because he was in the defence, which conceded 4 goals against me. So, but he's very pacey, acceleration wise. He's fast, so it adds a different element down that left hand side if need be. Now, this is my best player, probably my best player. Definitely my best loan signing, possibly one of the best players in the team. James Langiano, very versatile player. Very strong in multiple positions actually, but he will be playing centre back for me primarily, but he can play right back, just as good as my current right backs. Midfield wise, he's quite good in defensive midfield. Central midfield, he's actually my second strongest central midfielder apparently, so it shows how versatile he is. He's on loan from Everton, he's been on loan at 3 teams recently, in League 2 with Chester, Preston in League 1, and then last season with Blackpool in League 2. But I think he can make the step up to League 1 quite easily. He's a strong player. I like the look of him, and I hope he can be a star man for me this year. Another player on loan from Arsenal, Kevin Powell, defensive midfielder. I'm not sure. He's similar ability to Koulibaly. I really wanted to try and find a really strong defensive midfielder, but I just couldn't find one suitable that was stronger than Koulibaly is. So he's going to be challenging Koulibaly for the tops. Oh, in fact, I'm talking about Kevin Powell as if he's at the team. I just remembered, I signed him, decided he wasn't strong enough. There was no point having him because he's a similar ability to Koulibaly. I've just remembered. So I let him go back to Arsenal because I thought there's no point signing someone the same quality. So I'm on the lookout for a better defensive midfielder. There we go. Completely forgot that I'd sent him back. Anyway, looking at him, I don't think he's good enough. So that's why I've sent him back. There we go. End of him. Bye, Kevin. Sorry. Okay, Philip Roberts is the next guy on a free, coming from Man United, or released by Man United. He's got potential to be a decent winger. Apparently, will be a backup. Possibly will start a few games and come off the bench a few times. Who needs Patrick Roberts when you got Philip Roberts, eh? Next up, Aaron Perkins on a free. He was also at Man United actually, released by the club. And he's done really well in pre-season actually, but this is in the under-21s. I think he scored those 3 goals, but still he's a decent player. He's got amazing long shots, and he will be basically a backup central midfielder for me. His best position is attacking midfielder, but I don't have a huge number of midfielders, so he may actually play a few more games than necessary. Now this is a really good signing, possibly my best signing. Andrew Hunt on loan. I was saying Langiano was my best loan signing, but I forgot about Andrew Hunt, who came in basically when I let Kevin Powell go back. This guy looked really good. Now he can play defensive midfielder, I guess, quite well, better than Koulibaly, but he's my best midfielder, so surely he's going to have to play central midfield. Then again, Ian Reese and Mitchell seem to have tied up that position really well. So he might play defensive midfield simply because he's got really good defensive midfield attributes. Marking's really strong, tackling's really strong. So it almost makes sense to play him in defensive midfield. He's a ball-winning midfielder in central midfield anyway. So I think he's going to be my main defensive midfielder. This is who I'm getting confused with. So I sent Kevin Powell back, brought in Andrew Hunt, who's better than Koulibaly. There we go. I should have really just recapped every signing before going through them. But anyway, those are my signings, and I'm positive for this season. So in pre-season, we had a mixture of results. Decent 2-2 draw away against Preston in the first game, and Anthony Bacon coming off the bench to equalise with 2 goals. But Preston are in League 2, remember now, so perhaps not the best result in the world. We lost 4-1 against AA Ghent, a much stronger team than us. Lewis Allen with a goal. 1-0 defeat against Middlesbrough, not bad. Beat Haybridge 5-2, we should be winning that easily, and we did. Drew 1-1 against Harrogate, not the best result in the world. Anthony Bacon won another goal. Drew against Lille Reserves, which I'm pretty pleased with. Koulibaly and Lewis Allen with a goal. And we beat Witham, local rivals, one of our feeder club basically. 4-0. Mitchell, Allen, Hickford and Koulibaly with goals in the first half. So really good win there, but an iffy pre-season. But it is all about fitness, remember. Probably should have played a few more games. I never really play enough, to be honest. So this team, I've got so much choice in the striking positions. I've got Lewis Allen, Doolan, Bacon, George Cooper can play up front, Nick Riley can play up front, Lewis Moult could play up front, and Mitchell, of course, who will be my midfielder this year, attacking playmaker in midfield. He's actually a better central midfielder than attacking midfielder now. He's basically stopped being able to be an attacking midfielder at a really strong level, but midfielder he's accomplished now. So he can either play up front in his natural position, which probably won't be the case because I've got other strikers, but I have the option of him playing him up front if need be. But he's more likely to play in midfield. Anyway, you're probably bored now, so let's get on with the league match. This is the match preview screen. As you can see, we've never actually lost against Fleetwood, which is great. So let's not lose our first ever game against Fleetwood, to be honest. I don't want that to happen. So let's pick the team. I'm going to go with Lovelock in goal. Pim's going to go on the bench. I'm going to go with Alcock at right back rather than Nicklin. I'm not sure who's stronger there, so we might have to find out during the season who's stronger. Hickford's going to be the left-sided central defender now, with Langiano on the right. Bob Harris at left back. I'm going to play Hunt as a defensive midfielder. I'm going to play Reese because he was actually Players' Player of the Season last year, by the way. Mitchell, right central midfield. I've just realised something I need to do for someone, and I will do it just before we start this game. Cooper on the left, Riley on the right because Stewart's out for a couple of weeks, as is Faulkner and Moult. And I'm going to go with Allen up front. Bacon's a good impact substitute, I find. So I'm going to have him on the bench. Koulibaly is on the bench, Bello on the bench, and Nick Hoey on the bench. There we go. So, this is for you, Lee, who really wants me to sign Rodell Gordon. Yes, Lee Bullock, hello. You've been commenting on my videos a lot over the last month or so, and you've been really interested in me trying to sign ex-players, basically. You were happy when I signed Hickford, for example. Now, I've not signed other players because a lot of them have retired, the likes of Harry Lewis, those sort of players. Cavitani's retired since he left me, by the way. Those sort of players have all retired early because they couldn't find another club, wanted too much money, for example. Now, Rodell Gordon, you may remember, played for me in the first ever season of this series. He got a 7.34 average rating. I've forgotten how good he was, actually. Only 1 goal, 10 assists. Lots of man of the matches as well. And helped me get promoted to the conference. The season after, I tried to loan him again, but the team that he was at, Stevenage, wanted him to play for a stronger team than me in the conference. So I couldn't get him back. Nowadays, he's playing for Hartlepool in League 2. They've got promoted from the conference. So he's at an okay level. He's not amazing looking. But the problem is he's at a team, he's worth 38k and I have no money to spend. So I'm afraid, Lee, I'm not actually going to be able to sign him unless they want to... No, they want 41k. I cannot afford him. So there you go. I've tried for you. You've been not harassing, but you've been asking me to try and sign him a lot recently. And unfortunately, I can't get him because he's too much. So sorry, I did try for you. There we go. So let's get on with this first game of the season. I historically have not been great in the first day of the season, so I'm really hoping to change that around. We've never lost against Fleetwood, so let's hope that we don't today. They're playing a similar formation to me, but they don't have wingers. They've got wide midfielders. I'm actually going to change the tactics a bit, by the way, because counter has served me well recently, but away from home, I tend to do better, strangely, when I'm attacking. Counter's good when I'm at home. It's really odd. I don't really know why, but that's what seems to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go attacking, and we're going to go more direct, because Lewis Allen's actually pretty good in the air. He's got 16 on heading, so let's try and take advantage of that a bit and just go a bit more direct. See what happens. Hope for a positive start this season. We need to be beating the likes of Fleetwood if we want to get promoted. Remember, we only lost 5 games in the league last year. We're technically unbeaten in 2021 in conventional league games. We've lost, obviously, in the playoffs, but conventional league games, we're unbeaten since that defeat against Preston at the end of 2020. Oh, Langiano gets a debut goal for me. James Langiano, on loan from Everton, finds the back of the net from a corner. Good finish, actually. Let's see this again then. The replay. Riley into Cooper. Put it across the face of goal, across the face of the 6-yard box, and a lovely finish. The defender on the line probably should have done better to keep that out, actually. So a good start to the season with a goal for Langiano. Hickford. Allen. Oh, can he get through here? He's a pacey player. Out wide to Riley, who's pacey as well. And what a terrible mistake from the keeper, Ingram, for Fleetwood. Riley did the right thing, stuck it back into the danger zone, but sure, it was too close to the keeper. Really, there was no one to aim for, so he just had to hope for the best. And Ingram's patted it into his own net. Hilarious, brilliant. I'm not complaining. Riley gets the assist, and we're 2-0 up. I said attacking direct would be a bit more effective than counter away from home, and it's worked. 2-0. Happy with that. Let's keep it up, guys. Let's just keep it on attacking. Ian Reese is quite tired. I'm actually going to put Hunt into midfield and then Koulibaly into the team. And yeah, let's do that. Change it up a bit because Reese is quite tired for some reason. Can we get a third? Riley. Cooper blocked. It was going wide anyway, I think. Harris into Riley, tackled. Alcock. Harris. Oh, we're still on the ball here. This could still be a chance. Mitchell. Brilliant dribbling, remember. Battered away. And that's the end of that bit of play. I'm going to bring Bacon on, I think, for Lewis Allen. I still am experimenting with the best sort of striker role to use. I've historically used deep line forward, which has worked well. But I think some of my players are a bit better at other things. I'm going to stick Anthony Bacon up front as an advanced forward and see if that makes a difference. I think Lewis Allen's actually best as a trequartista for some reason. So I might try him in that role at some point. Cooper's quite tired now. He's obviously picked up a knock. So let's make my last sub. Bring on... Who can we bring on? Don't know, actually. Bello? No. Maybe we can't bring Cooper off because there's not really anyone to replace him. Maybe Roberts could just play on the... Can't really play there, can he? Nick Riley on the left? He can't play on the left, but let's play him as an inside forward anyway and see what he can do. Oh, Bacon can play on the left and Riley can play up front. That's it. There we go. Riley as an advanced forward, Bacon as a winger. And that's my last sub of the day. Philip Roberts, the youngster's coming on. Let's see what he can do in the last half an hour, if anything. Obviously, we need to try and hold on now, but they've got a chance here, possibly. It's a great save by Lovelock in the end. I'm going to go standard, flexible, and just calm it down now. And try and hold on to this win. Because we've played well in this game. That was their first clear-cut chance. There's not been many chances at all in this game. 5 shots each. One clear cut chance to them, and 2 to me. 20 minutes to go. Come on, guys. Hold on. 15 minutes. It's been a good game. We've done well here. Riley's got injured. I'm going to play with no striker for the last few minutes, I think. Let's just retain possession. Keep hold of the ball, because we can't lump it up to no one, can we? That's annoying. Hopefully he's not got a serious injury, because he's probably going to be quite an important player for me this year. Lovelock's on a 7.3. It must have been a very good save for him. Langiano has got injured. Brilliant. 2 injuries. Ridiculous. Koulibaly's going to drop back. Alcott can go to right back. To centre back, sorry. And Koulibaly will drop back to right back. We've only got 3 minutes to go. Where's Alcott? Oh, Alcott's there. There we go. I hope those injuries aren't bad, because those 2 players are key players for me this season. And Langiano was a brilliant find to get him on loan. And if he's got injured now, it's really frustrating. Let's see. Nervous now. I've got lucky, guys. Langiano's fine. Nick Riley's unfit, I think. Not fully fit. That may have been the problem. That's why he got injured. So I will definitely give him a rest in midweek against Peterborough. So it's time to take on Peterborough United, who are in League 2, by the way. So it's quite funny that I've managed to sign a goalkeeper on loan from a League 2 team. It probably shows my realistic level that I am at. But we should be beating Peterborough if they're in League 2. We want to get through to the second round of the Capital One Cup, which I don't think we've managed yet, have we? We always seem to fail. And I've changed the team a bit. We've got Nicklin in at right back. Hickford has moved to right centre back, with Main left centre back. Give Langiano a rest in this game, I think, because of that injury at the end of the last game. But he is fine, but he's not as fit as the others. Bello at left back as well. Other than that, I've put Bacon up front. Roberts has come in to replace Riley. So there's quite a few changes to the team, actually. But that's it. Let's get on with this game. Submit team. We have to pick a squad number. Oh yes, Danny Smith has come into the team because Pim can't play. He's a young goalkeeper who's useless, basically, but he's on the bench in case Lovelock picks up a knock. But yeah, Pim can't play against his parent club, so he's not on the bench today. I played him actually in the League Cup, but unfortunately can't play. So they're playing wing backs. Interesting. They've got Gareth Lee, who I had on loan for briefly at the start of last season. So he's now moved to Peterborough after reasonably successful time at Colchester United last season. So let's see. I think we will mark both of their strikers. Encourage the team. I'm going attacking fluid, direct, which is what we did against Fleetwood away from home. So I'm going to go for the same thing. See if we can get another win. Wish me luck, guys. Please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you're still enjoying the series, I know FM16 is just around the corner, and it was a bit of a blow not getting promoted last season, but I hope you still enjoy the last few episodes of the series, whether we go up to the Championship and the Premier League or not, really. I hope you still enjoy it. Any good deals I find, an injury, for FM16, I'll put in the descriptions of my videos, by the way, so you can click on them and then get some good deals, hopefully. So an injury to my right winger where I don't really have any wingers to come off the bench is a bit annoying. I can probably play Lewis Allen on the wing. Yeah, he can play on the wing because he's got pace, he's got good dribbling. So let's put him out there. Bacon could play left wing, probably right wing. Let's go with Allen on the right wing and see what he can do. Lots of injuries coming about to my wingers at the moment, which is frustrating. It's annoying when you get injuries to players that all play in the same position. Here you go, Peterborough then, on the ball. Get in there, guys. Win the ball back. We've done nothing in this game. Main does well there. Bello gives the ball away. Well done. Main does well again, though. Cooper lumps it to no one. I suppose that's what happens when you go direct. And they've missed it. Good chance for Peterborough. Should have capitalised on that. We've got to throw Nicklin. Mitchell back to Nicklin. Crosses it in and battered away. What are you doing, Main? Oh my. That is useless. And he's given away a penalty. Trying to make amends for his mistake. Was that Hickford, actually? I don't know. Someone made the tackle there. I'm guessing it's Hickford because he's been highlighted, but I'm pretty sure it was Main that missed the ball. It's battered straight down the middle. Lovelock couldn't keep it out. And we're 1-0 down. We're terrible in the League Cup. It's very frustrating. Let's see this again. Lovelock. Oh, it was just hit so powerfully. He didn't move, though. It would have been nice if he'd moved his arms to try and attempt to keep it out. Can we get back into this game? Bacon. Tackled. Cooper. Back to Bello. Hunt. Mitchell. Reese. Cooper. Mitchell, come on. I'm playing the same midfield, by the way, today. Good save by the keeper. Could have played Koulibaly, actually. Allen. It's knocked away. We've not had any clear-cut chances in this game. And here go Peterborough on the break. Uh-oh. This looks dangerous. Not another penalty. It's 2-0. Why are we so terrible in the League Cup? Very frustrating. Not good enough, guys. Not good enough at all. To be fair, I don't really care too much about the League Cup, but it is annoying. I'm going to move Hunt to attacking playmaker. And I'm going... Well, actually, he can't play it. I'll play him as central midfield. Reece is attacking playmaker. Mitchell's going to come off. He's going to come off for Koulibaly. And I'm going to play Bacon as a deep line forward to see if my old ways work better than him playing as a poacher. And we're going to... Actually, I'm going to play Allen there and Bacon on the right. I think. Yeah, let's go with that. And Bacon can play as an inside forward. So we're going to push higher up, much higher tempo, pump ball, exploit the flanks. Let's see if that makes a difference. We just need to try different things sometimes, don't we? To really get the best out of the team. So inside forward, attacking, start second half. Come on, guys. George Cooper's looking uninterested. It's really annoying when they do that. Come on, you shouldn't be uninterested in a game of football. This is your job. This is what you should love. You're playing football for a living. Come on. Allen. Charging forward. Brilliant. But what was that? Why are you shooting from there? Defence have been awful today. Those ratings. Experimenting with a different back four. Didn't work well. I'm definitely going to stick with Langiano, Hickford and Alcock and Harris usually. Let's make our last sub then. Andrew Hunt has not had a good game today, has he? But I'm going to bring off Ian Reese and rest him. Aaron Perkins is going to come on. Hoey hasn't come on this season yet, actually. Has he? He always seems to come off the bench. But he will be, I think, a bit more active this season. Had a good first season for me. Alan's got injured. He's going to have to stay on. This has not been a good game. It really hasn't. Cooper, come on. Perkins, Bacon, Allen. Straight at the keeper. That was our first clear-cut chance of the game. This time, nope. It's not our day at all. I probably should take Lewis Allen off. There's no point risking an injury. Let's put Bacon up front. Oh, we've won a corner. Cooper. Oh, we're back in the game through Bacon. We're down to 10 men because of that injury and we've actually got a goal back. Crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go overload now just to see if we can get back into this game. Although we'll go to extra time and my players get really knackered, won't they? Is there any point? Just to get through to the second round of the League Cup where inevitably we'll lose anyway. I'm being pessimistic here, but I'm being, realistic at the same time. Anyway, 9 minutes to go to get back into this game. Probably not going to happen. Although we've won a free kick. They got Tom Huddleston. He's playing in League 2 now. He's probably quite old, to be fair. He's picked up a yellow. We've had more shots than Peterborough. Hunt out wide to Nicklin. If we can get it into the box. Nope, we can't. And it's well over the top. Lovelock. Oh no, Lovelock. Every now and then he just cocks up, doesn't he? I love him, but every now and then. What did he do here? What was he doing? He looked like he wasn't even running for the ball. He was just sort of running to the side of the pitch. It hits him on the shoulder, I think. And we've lost this game. Hilarious, really. They've only had 6 shots, but 4 of them have been clear-cut chances, and that's why they've scored more goals than us. Disappointing. So a win and a defeat to start the League One campaign. Obviously, one was in the Capital One Cup, so not the end of the world. But it's always annoying when you lose against lower opposition, isn't it? So the next few games, Birmingham will be tough. Stevenage, Morecambe, Bradford, Crawley, Northampton, Walsall, Notts County. Those sort of games we need to be winning, to be honest. So the next video, I don't know when will be. Don't expect it. Well, expect it soon, but I'm not sure which games I will show. I'll have a think as we're going through the games. I don't want the season to drag on forever, obviously, but I need to keep the videos regular. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below about my new signings, about the start of the season, maybe my tactic, maybe you think I need to change it up again. We did beat Fleetwood, though, I remember, so not the end of the world, that defeat against Peterborough. Yeah, I'll see you in episode 69.